I would like to start this video by saying that I like Donkey Kong. Like, I really like Donkey Kong. Practically ever since I was old enough to hold a controller, I've been playing the games non-stop. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong King of Swing, Donkey Kong Returns, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Hell, I've even played Donkey Konga. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I eat only bananas in the hopes that someday I too may become like the blessed DK. Because these games are more than just games, they're masterpieces, works of art. The genius behind this ape's platforming adventures easily dwarf all of humanity's accomplishments. So naturally, I was extremely excited when the day finally came that the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct premiered. I was sitting on the edge of my couch, wondering what Kong-related game could be announced. Diddy Kong Racing Deluxe? Baby Kong's Playroom with new funky mode? But what came next was none of those. What happened that fateful day, no one could possibly have seen coming. Exactly 58 minutes and 11 seconds into the Direct, Nintendo revealed this. Monkey. At this point, my mind was racing. What were these monkeys up to? Where did they come from? Was this Super Monkey Ball 26? Bloons Tower Defense 7? Then, bursting from out of the wall, came... Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a disgrace to the Donkey Kong series of games, and a stain on the face of all ape kind. Just from the opening trailer, so many aspects presented seeming to exist only to spit in the face of loyal DK fans. Perhaps most obviously, in this game titled Donkey Kong Bonanza, you do not even play as the titular character Donkey Kong, which is just false advertising. No, you have to play as Chunky Kong. Chunky Kong, ladies and gentlemen. Now, some of you may be confused as to why this is so disrespectful to the fan base, so for those DK amateurs among you, I'll break it down. As we all know, Chunky Kong died back in Nam 50 years ago. This was a major earth-shattering event in the DK universe that changed the timeline forever. By resurrecting Chunky Kong, Nintendo is showing us that they do not care about the fans by casting aside the deep lore of the Donkey Kong universe in favor of selling more spin-offs about Chunky Kong. Now, already Nintendo pissed off me and the entire Donkey Kong fanbase in just the first few seconds of their trailer. But hold on, because it gets worse. I mean, just take a look at this part. See what I mean? The best part of every Donkey Kong has always been the music. So many beautiful and iconic tracks across nearly every single game. And then they do this. Nintendo's made a very unwise decision with this one, because they forgot to hire David Wise. And I mean, the game speaks, or rather screeches for itself. This is not my Donkey Kong music. This is trash. This small musical sample right here makes Thomas the Tank Engine ear rape sound like Mozart in comparison. Jesus is rolling in his grave right now listening to this music. This music is what killed Chunky Kong. At this point in the trailer, I had already totally lost it. I was rampaging around my living room, making chimpanzee noises, destroying everything in sight. But somehow, even after Nintendo had already let us down so much, what they had done so far was nothing. Nothing compared to the next problem. The cardinal sin that Donkey Kong Bonanza commits is the Kong himself. First, let me show you a picture of DK. Notice how graceful he is, how elegant and refined his design looks. Now this is what I call a high quality Kong. Now take a look at the new Donkey Kong. Look what they did to him. Look what they did to my boy! Donkey Kong has always been about atmosphere, about the moments that make you feel small rather than important. This reflects on the design as well. While the old DK was portrayed as a sort of king of the jungle, this was contrasted with his evident goofiness and stupidity.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Was that the bite of it? Okay.
And then the new DK goes and says, "Get that shit out of my sight." This is not the true Donkey Kong Country. This is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat 2, Chunky Kong's Quest. Clearly, Nintendo is way over their heads and has lost touch completely with their audience. And on top of all those problems, Shitendo even has the balls to sell their game for a whopping $80, which if you ask me is a steal. Nintendo's stealing from you, that is. They think that they can sell us anything with a Nintendo label slapped on it. They think that they fooled us into paying $70 for a disability simulator or a tech demo where you get to read about hardware information, on top of paying $40 for their shitty online service and emulator, which you can get online for free. Well, think again, Nintendo. If you have even a tiny fraction of a brain cell, I suggest you go boycott Nintendo HQ right now and stop this terrible injustice done upon us. For only if we all stand together as gamers can we save the games which are so dear to us. Anyways, that's the video. Did you like it? Did you not? Comment your opinion down below. And as always, make sure to absolutely demolish that bell button, like, and subscribe.